past, just like people who I had an encounter with. And you know, it was bad. Some of them were bad and some of them were great. But how I think about them is like, wow, yeah. But what I don't think they get, and in this case in particular, it's like, ma'am, I'm fine. I'm not competing against you. I'm not trying to be friends with you. I'm not trying to not be friends with you. I'm just okay with the division that was created by you. You created a division. I'm on my side of the fence and you're on yours. And on my side of the fence, we deal with the cards that are dealt. We make the best of our lives and we do whatever we can. And we find joy in having no money, because that's where real joy comes from. You have to create joy. You have to find it and look for it and cherish it and be humble with it. Because it's not, you don't have the ability to buy it. You don't have the ability to just go out and just go, oh, that's going to make me happy. I got the money to do that. And while I wish that were in my life, that isn't my life. That's not who I am. And you know, with exes, I used to try to be upset and miserable about that. And then you just go, you know what? Thank God for that person. Because that person brought so much to me and showed me who I was at that time. And I'm, wow, so not that person anymore. And the hatred and the disgust is all gone. It's like, I'm good. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that I was that person. Sure. And I don't know if the embarrassment of it will ever go away. But the part that has gone away is the more of like, I'm good. I like this distance that has been created. I'm okay with it. I'm like, you got your thing over there. I'm over here. Let's never let them cross. Because they don't need to. I've learned what I needed to learn about that. It's good. But it's so funny how people who think they're so above you send you messages to let you know you're not. It's not even a competition, but you're not above me. Because you just sent this. You just told me that you still think there's a competition of North and South. It never been a competition, but I guess in your life it was. And this Karen and Giselle, and this Karen was trying so hard to let this woman know how horrible and disgusting she was or is. And it's like, ma'am, you're so rich. You're so rich, and you keep talking about how much money you have and how much etiquette you have and how amazing you are. And yet, at the end of that, you tell someone they are as phony as a $10 bill. So all of that shit you just said just got removed. All of it was just completely removed. And you just put yourself right beneath the person you're trying to bring down. Settle it out. I just think it's hilarious. I think it is really hilarious when people do this. And it feels so good at this age where you're just like, let it ride. You know, I had a really, really super bad week about a week and a half ago. Just a horrible week. Just completely disastrous. And so a friend of mine, like via email, in her way of trying to be helpful, says, you're bipolar. You're bipolar in a good way, but you're bipolar. Because like 2 weeks ago, you were being helpful to other people and talking about how happy you are, and now you're miserable and talking. And I was like, yeah, I can't respond to that. I just couldn't. I was like, nope, not in a good space to respond to that. Just not going to respond. And she kept saying, well, you got to say something? I was like, no, I'm not actually. As a matter of fact, I need to process what you just said. I'm not mad, but I'm just not going to respond. I'm just going to leave it there, because when I'm in a better headspace, I can process what you just said and She goes, well, no, I'm joking. I'm like, no. Let's not add to this situation. Let's just keep it right there. And when I have a moment, I can respond, but I can't respond right now. And you're probably listening and go, like, I don't get it. But what that has done, what you don't understand about maturity in life, about me, is back in the day, I would respond instantaneously and have taken all of that information and processed it into a complete negative and written the friendship off, been done. Just completely done. Just never have ever spoken to that person again. Never. Just because I truly am that person. Just, I don't need people, I guess. And that's sort of a bad thing, I guess, sounding like a bad thing. But I'm not codependent. I don't care. And instead, I'll just say, like today, me and that same exact friend had a 3-hour conversation about life like we normally would. Because at the time, my emotions were way too raw to process that information. It was just too raw. Just too raw. Because my life was not right. Just nothing was right. And you just have to learn, when is a good time to respond to people. Like, you have to step back out of yourself. You have to say, no. I'm not going to respond right now because who I am in the present is not the coherent person you would normally get. And the patient and my bandwidth is way too stretched. So I can't respond to that because right now what I'm going through is going to respond to that. And when I'm not going through something, I probably could respond totally more coherent. And so I've done that and I'm doing that and I'm just like, oh, I'm good. So like when I tell people, no, I'm not mad about that. I'm really not mad. I'm not trying to mask anger. I'm not trying to, fake it, make pretend that I'm really not mad when I'm pissed. I don't do that. Those days are long gone. Because when I am pissed, I let you know. And I'm like, nope, I'm not happy about this, but here's the deal. It's not a deal breaker. I'm going to need a moment. I'll get back. And if people try to push me in a direction outside of that, then that's when it's done. Because I'm like, no, because you got to respect that I need a moment. And so in this case, these girls made up. They made nice. They became friends again and everything is good. And I think that's great. Because one, it's television and the show would end if the two main characters were fighting and couldn't get along because then they wouldn't have scenes together. It'd be done. But in real life, it's some bullshit because these two women are polar opposites. They don't have anything in common. And the thing about friendship is if you don't have respect for each other, like there's no friendship. It's not there. It doesn't exist. Like the text message I read you today. There's no respect for me. She has zero respect for me. This is a person who hasn't spoken to me in a year. Like, not text, nothing. We've not spoken in a year. And somehow she feels that her telling me how great and fantastic her life is still on the list of things to discuss with me. And you have to really believe someone's skewed view of your life. Like, it just screams insecure. It's like, sweetie, so you must think that my life is amazing to try to feel like you have to trump it. My life isn't amazing. It's like the shabby chic of lives. It's like, it just looks good, but it's definitely damaged. It's like antiques and shit around here. But it's just so amazing. It just amazes me how people perceive who they are and how they interact with you. It's pretty weird. It's like a strange thing. It's a dynamic that I haven't yet understood. But moving on, now this topic is way off. It's way off kilter, and I promise you, and I'm not going to apologize because it's really on my mind. Because I know I was in the sort of the the development stages of this person's career I saw. So a few years ago, I was in Chicago, and I just so happened to catch this woman singing on a show, and I was like, whoa, her voice is amazing. Gospel singer, Leandria Johnson. So that made me go back and find out who she is, where she came from. And I wanted to know. I want to know more about who this woman is, because her voice is just it was just an amazing voice. So it turns out, that she's on this show called Sunday Best, and I was like, okay. So I watched all the episodes. I saw her come in with socks with sandals on and the whole nine. And the funny thing is, when this woman came in with these sandals on with socks and saying she had just gotten evicted from her house, I was like, she's a druggie. Okay, but whatever, And all that to say, you gotta understand, I'm atheist as fuck, but I love gospel music. I've always loved gospel music. I love the singers. I love the voices. I'm a singer, so, I don't care about the message. I don't care anything about that, but I do love the music. So I'm like, wow, this chick is a druggie. But her voice was so dynamic that I was like, no, she's badass. But you could tell she had this hood thing. You could just tell. There was something just extra about her swag. It was just like crackish. Like, I hate to say it, but it was very crackish. And I was like, this lady is she's on drugs. Like, you could just see it. Well, it turns out, she won the show, became like a Grammy award winner, several actually, and then it started to come out. So I guess a few years ago, she got pregnant. Now, mind you, she had 3 kids or something like that, and then she got pregnant, and she wasn't married. And so the Christians attacked, and she went on tour, and she was pregnant and singing and stuff, and people were not happy. Christians were not happy. But I was like, if you look at that first episode, you can see it. No question. You can see it. And then it came out that she had like a little bit of a nervous breakdown type of a thing. And so she took a break, and then she came back with another album, got her Grammys. I was like, okay, good for her. Then it came out that she was cursing and drinking like, I don't want to know the drink. I was going to create the drink, like Patron or something like that. But she was on like Periscope, and she was drinking and cussing and all that stuff. And people were like, Christians were not having it. They were just like, wow. Now, some nude pictures of her have come out that she put on like Instagram or something like that. Whichever one of the ones that let you be naked. And she's defending it, And the extra bonus is she's on a new show called Preachers of Atlanta, wherein she decided it was a good look, to dress up like a hoe, like a prostitute, walk down the street where the hoes and the strawberries walk, and give out condoms and pass out cigarettes. And now the church is done. Now you're probably like, why? What's the big deal? Well, here's my thing. This is the main reason why I became atheist in the first place. Number one, people live their lives. Jesus, no Jesus. Buddha, no Buddha. Jehovah, no Jehovah. Whoever. People are people. The only thing that stops you from doing anything like smoking, drinking, cursing in the name of religion is yourself. God doesn't stop you. Jehovah, Buddha, Jaya, they don't stop you. Nobody stops you. You stop you. And you do it purely out of respect for your religion. It's what you do. It's how it works. Now, the problem that I'm having with all of this is the hypocrisy of Christians.